So fancy. What do you got, Nicole?
Any update on Will and just how much?
I don't have an update on anybody right now, unfortunately. I appreciate you guys all talking about the injuries this week, so thanks.
Mike, how much of a battle was this?
It was.
Mentally from start to finish.
That's what happens in this league. You need everybody, and you go through the season, you go on the road, and it's tough, and nobody wants to talk about numbers and records. That doesn't mean
About Andy and the kicks.
huge. Those are great, and appreciate what he's done, and I think he's a lot of confidence there. And then the operation, we had, I went through 4 or 5 different combinations on a field goal. I mean, you lose linemen, and now you got Farms and Durden and Morgan's the win. It's just like a lot of moving parts. So give those guys credit for being able to jump in there and help us.
Mike, it had been a while since your team faced a double-digit deficit. What did you see out of your group down 10-0 to?
We settled down. We settled down, and they gave us one back, and gave us a little bit of life there defensively. So we settled down, and again, it wasn't perfect by any means, but it was, I would say, just enough.
Looks like Hunter was able to make some nice catches for you down the stretch as well as that touchdown.
Yeah, and again, big plays is, 1st and 20, we throw to Hunter and Diggs, who every receiver wants production, and ball didn't find him as many times a day, but he turned and blocked, and we went from a holding penalty to 1st and 20 to then converting, and that gave us a spark there. So Hunter was huge, and everybody's battling. It's late in the season, and everybody's beat up.
How frustrating with the goal line stance of the Mariners?
What happened? We didn't score today. Again, you gotta score with your man, whatever you call, and it'll be a good learning opportunity for us in a lot of phases, and just how important and how critical the week of practice is, and being ready to go, because you never know when your opportunity is going to come, and making sure that everybody's on the same page, and a lot of moving parts today.
Is there anything limiting Drake May today to sometimes?
Limiting? No, just probably admittedly not his best performance, but give them credit, and I think he came up big with some good throws, and I'm sure there's a couple that he'd like to have back.
Mike, you talk about after efficient finish, see Chase on get a piece of Flacco there at the end, and see Carlton come up with a couple pass breakups.
Yeah, and again, to have that penalty called on him and then come back and still be able to challenge and stab, and I didn't think he was too bad on the PI. Maybe it was, but again, to have that called on you and then to come over there and be able to challenge and finish is a testament to him, and being able to Andy make the kick and make it a touchdown game, allowed us just enough time to get him stopped on 4th down.
You had a team in Tennessee that suffered a lot of injuries. What did you learn from that season that you can apply to this year when you're still struggling with some things?
Prepare as a starter and be ready to go and take advantage of your opportunity.
What impressed you most about the events on that final series and how it went?
Just trying to, mix everybody in there and try to, mix in some pressure and, give the coaching staff just great job by them. Great job by the players to be able to get the call in there quickly, mix in some pressure, mix in some man, and then, in the gotta-have-it situation there, being able to force the quarterback into getting rid of the football.
On Friday, you had talked about the speed in which the team recovers from a good play or a bad play.
We need some work at that, everybody, me included, starting with me. That's just, I'm proud to, keep coaching these guys, and we'll respond. But I think, we can focus on that, just the speed in which we recover, and just these are long games, and, they're decided by a few plays. So, in the end, we made a couple more than they did.
Drew, final question?
Mike, you talked about the joy of the game. How difficult was it in the locker room after, just because of Jared going down, Will going down, and it was kind of a tough day physically for a lot of you guys?
Injuries, we talk about it, part of the game, but we were able to, share some time with Jelani back home, and so that was that was cool. And again, we'll look to rejoin him here shortly. So I think that was the biggest thing. We'll get those guys back from injury, however it is. Our staff will do a great job. Players will work hard. So got to be ready to go. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. I'm pretty sure of that.
Final question?
They don't have it.